Like any mother, Maria Compostolanghi awakens every day to the sounds of her children stirring. She smiles and warms to their familiar noises. With no time to waste, she steps into her role of absolute caregiver, the clothing of the deserted. The muscles in Maria's arms are well defined, not from any gym, but as a result of the continual lifting of her daughter into and out of her wheelchair. The routine tasks of bathing, dressing, and mealtimes are grueling, but are undertaken with love. There are, in fact, 3 special children, all with special needs that require constant care. An illness with a doctor's visit for just one of them is a major ordeal. Their father, David, is gone, has voiced his responsibility into their mother's hands, hands that are willing but are empty and tied behind her back by the courts. Maria has little financial support from David Grossman, a prominent attorney who has abdicated his duties and hidden any assets he possibly could. With resignation, Maria tries not to complain and, instead, prays constantly that justice will win out. This is but one travesty of our judicial system, specifically family court, and this is what it has allowed. Preferential treatment for the father/attorney who bombards the court with several 100-page motions as a delaying tactic, because he has unlimited resources, staff, and the knowledge to perpetrate this in friendly courts. David Grossman makes perjurious statements that go unchallenged by the court. The mother endures prejudicial treatment because she is poor and unable to afford representation. Maria suffered an unprecedented, retroactive, downward modification in her child support, though a motion to request the modification was never even filed. Maria was ordered to travel from Suffolk County to Brooklyn in person for the discovery phase of this case, and is unable to do so while caring for the children. She has never been able to explain the facts to a judge throughout this ordeal because she has a problem understanding and communicating in the English language and is pro se, without a lawyer. Yet the onslaught of paperwork continues to confound her. Maria was not permitted to attend a camp conference because she's pro se, speaking for herself without counsel. Apparently, if you're poor, you're also excluded, according to the way the laws are being interpreted in this case. Mr. Grossman claims that he has no money, and that he was fired from his job because of pressure from ALR, though, in his own testimony, he stated that problems with his firm arose from his taking too much time off, and also that there were money issues. Partners don't get fired, but perhaps they do regroup and strategize. David claims he has no money, yet he has had several attorneys on this case and is able to afford to keep a puppet lawyer on retainer who will sign off on frivolous motions that David creates. Repeated statements to the court that he has no money are fraudulent. Everything he says is spin. He settled a multi-million-dollar case for his new father-in-law, and instead of taking a normal fee, his father-in-law gives David, his wife, and stepchild tax-free, quote-unquote, loans. But the court never asks for documentation to substantiate his claims of poverty. David purchased cars, vacations, and jewels for his then-girlfriend, now wife, while still married to Maria. David Grossman and his new wife take exotic vacations and dine at the best restaurants as he complains that he can't afford child support and refuses to buy a new wheelchair. Exactly 1 day after refusing to buy the wheelchair, he was ordered off an airplane in Spain while on vacation for unacceptable behavior. That behavior must have been egregious indeed. Meanwhile, his daughter requires surgery now due to the lack of a wheelchair suitable for her almost adult size. The judge presiding over her divorce, upon hearing the mother's plea for adequate assistance, has ordered the mother to go out and get a full-time job. The look the other way, good old boy legal system is assisting in the complete persecution of a family that has been left devastated by one man's complete abdication of his responsibility. This miscarriage of justice should not be tolerated. The courts should not condone the maneuverings of this attorney, thereby facilitating a father's disrespectful neglect of his very own children. Americans for Legal Reform, because justice needs a watchdog.